So you're saying that the people that are in the tourism group will get the money providing food and guiding and cleaning the guest house, but there's still something given to the community so that everyone gets something, and you have that going to the health or education, and you present that to the village leaders or the school parent teachers association, that donation. Now what about the other? There's still some more that stays in the office. Is somebody paid out of that, or what happens to the small amount of money that everyone gives back to their office? Are there strangers running that office, or who runs the office?
Well, the office runs by the executive board that is elected every 2 years, and you know, they will be the managers of that fund. Mm-hmm. And now we use that fund to actually, you know, provide a stipend, you know, for a person who is coordinating these bookings and reservation. Then when we have like public meetings, like chairman meetings, then we provide passage and sometimes food for the members that come and attend the meeting. And we still have a computer. Sometimes we need the ink, we need printers, you know, ribbons.
So it goes mostly for office materials, and it all stays in the TEA. It's 100%. Some people think when we say 80% stays in the village, they think 20% goes to someone else, but it's all in the association. It's just that some of it runs the printer ink and the transportation for our meetings and things like that.
Right.
So it really, all the money stays in the TEA, and they contribute back, the service providers contribute back to their central office to help cover some of those expenses. And Reyes is quite a nice guy, because he's saying that there's something for stipend. Well, you could count the amount of times there's been something for stipend on one hand, and it wouldn't add up to very much either, because mostly Mr. Chun and all these other officers, although he's done it more than most, probably more than any actually, come in on their own. Today when Mr. Chun came in, he brought this, and I thought we should show that. What do you have here, Mr. Chun?
Well, right here, this is my production, you know. This is red kidney beans, and you know, like I said, most of us farmers, you know, we plant our own food. And this is just the red beans, and I bring some pinto beans too. This is all from my farm, you know.
Let me see these hands here. See, those are calluses too. I want anybody want to help us. These are real working farmers. You know, this is this product. These are not professional, you know, some kind of people. This is the real thing. And I know you planted a few manzana corn yourself.
And the reason why I keep volunteering is because I believe in the people, and because I'm one of the poor families, and I work hard. You know, we have food and stuff, but you know, financially we are not up to that standard yet. You know, so that's why, you know, I believe that with this plan that we are planning to do, I think, you know, more income will come, and families will be better off. And you know, just to touch a little bit on the future plan, you know, like right now we have the guest house program where people could go and stay in the village, sleep overnight, do their tours, and then come back to Punta Gorda and either catch the boat or the plane to go back. But now we have a new plan to do a community conservation area, and this is a new initiative that we are trying to develop and make people aware of the whole plan, the process. But right now we have Aguacate, we have these are new villages, you know, Aguacate, Jordan, and San Benito Poite. They actually, you know, their village leaders actually met with the TEA and wanted to try this pilot phase project to establish a community conservation area. Now, the contents of the community conservation area would be, you know, a next attraction for people, you know, to actually come and do. You know, in the conservation area, we would have like an opportunity for guests to either camp out, you know, maybe an overnight, and then after that they will have educational lessons every day, because one of the components is you know, the cash crop area. That will be a demonstration plot where, you know, you do integrated farming and you know, crops. Now, then the next one would be the animal propagation area. This is where an area where you will learn how to, you know, to raise your own chicken or pigs, And then we have the iguana breeding project. You know, a lot of iguanas around, and you know, we have our East Indian brothers. You know, that love, that's a delicacy, you know, for them. So that is why, and it's illegal right now to go and hunt for iguana, because if the authorities, you know, caught you, you will have to pay a fine of $500 and plus a month imprisonment. So now what we're training our people to do is to raise the iguanas and actually package it, you know, for food and to release to the wild. Now the next one is the scientific research area. I've noticed through the experience that, you know, a lot of students from the universities are coming down to Toledo now, you know, doing their study. You know, sometimes they want to study medicine, they want to study, you know, the rainforest, they want to, you know, see trees. So we have, you know, a specific area where we, you know, these students could go. And the next thing is, you know, the reforestation area, and that is where, you know, we plant, you know, all types of trees, and you know, then harvest it sustainably. And that's that. In these communities, the three communities now that we have in place, they will take turns. Maybe they provide 2 educational lessons of each in one village, and then they go to a next village. They either could kayak down the river, or they could mountain bike, you know, from one village to the next, and still get that experience.
Well, let me ask you this, Reyes, because this community conservation area project sounds fantastic. You're bringing back the wildlife that's been lost, and you're replanting the trees that will spread their seeds. And if it's all over the district in all these different communities, it's got to be the best conservation program like that I've ever heard of, because each community doing it releases them in their own areas, the seeds from the forestry project and the animals they're releasing. And so that really could realistically bring back a lot of the biodiversity of Toledo. But let me ask you, why do you think that American students, like university groups, even high school groups, might want to come down and spend, like you said, maybe 3 days or 6 days in a program, 2 days in each village of 3 villages? Why do you think that they would really enjoy that? And is there much money do you think the villages could make with that?
Well, that's
why do you think that?
They will be increasing more income in the communities.
But why do you think it would work? How do you know it would work?
Well, because, you know, we have friends. We have friends and other professors, you know, that have visited the office and actually, you know, asking for these things. And you know, have
you ever had anybody do it? Actually go into a village and stay and learn for, I think in Santa Elena.
Right, right.
Could you tell us about what happened in Santa Elena? Because you interviewed that man, I think.
Right, right. Well, we have a group of students in June. They usually come every year in June. And this university is from Valdosa. And you know, we had 12 students that stayed in Santa Elena in June of this year. And now, you know, that village made 10,000 Belize dollars. And these students stayed for 2 weeks. Yeah. 2 weeks. And now, you know, when I interviewed the professor, he was very happy. The students were very satisfied, and there was no complaints. And he told me that, you know, the Maya people are very, you know, skilled in actually hosting people like them. And now, you know, there is a family that has problem paying, you know, school fee, the school fee in college in Punta Gorda, you know, for her child. And now what she did, she make use of these guests staying in the village, because they don't have lunch, they only have breakfast and dinner. But this family now, you know, they start make snacks like cookies or buns, you know, and then you know, they go and sell it to the guests, and every lunchtime she made a fortune, you know, and she was able to pay her child's school fee for the whole year.
Well, you say that I think it was 11 students were there for a couple weeks, and they left $10,000. Is that a lot of money for a village like Santa Elena?
Well, that's that's abundant.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? It's a huge amount of money just from those couple of weeks with that one group of students. And this professor has come to the TEA how many times?
He said he came here for like 10 times.
He said 10 times.
And visited not only one village, but visited Laguna first, and went to San Jose, and then, you know, now, yes, and he's making a rotation of his students.
So this man has been coming for 10 years, 10 years and 10 times, and he's left up to $100,000 in the villages. with just one group going and studying the Maya system and the flora and fauna. We interviewed one of these young ladies for a PGTV station we have, and we asked her if she thought other universities would come, and she said that this is the best thing she's ever done in her life, and that she feels there are thousands of universities up there and students who would want to be involved to study all the different disciplines, you know, development and flora and fauna and archaeology and anthropology and sociology and just so much. She said that she's telling all her friends, and that this could be a future program that you would come and learn from the Maya people about all these different aspects. You would travel, as Mr. Chun said, by kayak to one river, hike through the jungle to the next community, and have a couple of classes in each. It's a wonderful program. Let me ask you, Mr. Chun, you mentioned the arts and craft producers, and I know you have a plan to try and sell these arts and crafts over the internet. In fact, that's one of the reasons we're making this film, because this video will be shown to someone in a large organization that might be able to help with that. Can you tell us about that? And let me ask, we only had 60 minutes on this film, and we must have passed.
No, I charged it, so we have more.
Oh, excellent. Charge it up again. Good. I was running because I know we were going past. I kept thinking, gee, is it... Okay, well, can you tell us a little about how this, this arts and crafts program would work, and what happens to that money?
Okay, this arts and craft, like, you know, like I said before, you know, we have a lot of people, you know, selling crafts all over town here in Punta Gorda, and I said, you know, like almost every household in the communities make crafts, you know, starting from the parent up to the children. But now, our plan is to actually, you know, market their crafts international, and you know, consumers then from international could order, you know, your earrings, you know, like, or their friendship bracelets, and, you know, package it in an envelope and send it out. And then if they need more, then they know the contact numbers, because we'll put a story of the craft producer and the name and how much family members they had in that household, and of course we'll have our contact information right in that envelope. So if they need more, then we could always, you know, get some more crafts from the craft makers here in Toledo.
Well, one thing about that program that to me is so exciting, I know a bit about it. You have the money that comes back from a PayPal purchase through the internet of the earrings and maybe the friendship bracelet. How does that money break down? I know that the people here get more for their products than they get when they go up to the tourists in the street here. They're getting more for the earring and more for the bracelet. And then what happens to the rest of that money?
Well, the rest of the money will be, well, they will have to their own pay for what they actually want for their crafts, and the other leftovers would be going to marketing, you know, like maybe producing a catalog, you know, and and then some will go to the Eco Park fund, because that is where we, you know, we want to raise that fund to actually, you know, do some more things, you know, with that money to actually, you know, create this Eco Park, you know, a holistic one.
Right. So, well, I know that there's also, you plan to pay their Social Security, because these women don't pay Social Security, so they can't get benefits. So a little bit out of that sale of that arts and craft will go to their own personal Social Security?
Right, because right now they have a category in the Social Security where you could sell, you know, self-employed men. So that is where, and most of our women and men who are farmers, they, you know, they just can't pay the Social Security and can't get benefit when they get old. So this is a way how we could, you know, try to, you know, put something in the Social Security so that, you know, pay something there, and after that, you know, receive benefits when they're older.
Okay, now I know in the hospital here in Belize, we're very lucky. We have Cuban doctors that help us, and we have our own people. And you can go there and get diagnosed. You can find out what's wrong with you, and they give you a prescription, but sometimes they don't have the medicine in the hospital to give you the medicine. So what happens? It's very expensive. If you go to the pharmacy, sometimes they can't buy the medicine, right?
Yeah, it's too expensive. It's too expensive.
It's too expensive. So another $1 from this sale of the arts and craft will go to a small health fund where they can draw to get the medicine they need. Now what about, there's another fund, a revolving loan fund.
Oh, to keep on, you
For
know,
micro
producing,
enterprise.
getting the materials, you know.
For micro enterprise development, a small fund where they can draw out of that to develop other micro businesses, right?
Right.
So you have a small revolving loan fund, you have a health fund, you have Social Security, you have your marketing and your shipping and handling part of it.
Postage.
And then you also have a small amount that goes to continue to promote the Toledo People's Eco Park. So that's really an integrated and a highly effective program from one sale of 2 earrings and a friendship bracelet that probably will sell for around 13 US. And then that fund would do all of that.
Right, yeah. So,
and that could be
any consumer there, you know, who wants to buy something from us is helping us do a lot of things.
It
you know?
sure is. And then they can't, everybody can't come, but those who can come to actually experience the vacation and the tourist services, they will come certainly. And those people who want to help but they can't come, they could buy these arts and crafts. They could see it on the internet, on our posting on the website. It's all full transparency.
Right.
And those are wonderful, wonderful programs. Now, I know that you want to take Jason down and show him the other office of the TEA. We have our central office here where we do our workshops and training and our business, but then we have an office that's pretty much for marketing. So after you show the TEA office there, I think you were going to go down and show some of the arts and crafts at the Fahina meeting.
Right, right.
I won't go with you, but maybe you could just tell those ladies that we're trying to promote them, and it's just don't want to interrupt their meeting, or just to show, and then, right?
Okay.
Mr. Tech, you have anything else that you'd like to suggest or say?
No, so far.
No.
I will stay on TEA's
Yeah.
advice or.
Oh yeah, I think so.
But I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, well, we're very happy to have you because, as I think you said earlier, once there are other small groups that are fighting it on their own like you are, and once they see the lead that you've made to come in, and hopefully they'll see some guests from TEA out at your guest house pretty soon, and then they'll say, hey, let's join too. And then we get in unity their strength, and that's what we're after. We're just hoping that the people that Jason, and I know he'll do his best up there for us, we're just hoping that when they look at this, they'll understand what's happening here, because it truly is great. It's the Maya people standing up to, as you both said, to earn your own income, not to have to work for other people, but to own these businesses and run these businesses and share them in a Maya system of sharing work and benefit. And man, I personally believe there's millions of people in the world who would admire that and want to support it, even if they could just send and buy some earring, or even just to send and contribute some other way. So I have to applaud both you gentlemen, and I want to thank Jason too for making an effort to do this for us. And I guess we'll go down and show them your other office, and then visit the Fahina people.
Right.
And then if Jason feels there's anything that is missing or that he'd like to get, we'll just go back and try and shoot it or get some more. But I feel good about
I
it.
just want to do a last, congratulations. You know, Mr. Chet has been working with us for more than 20 years. He is one of the main men who actually, help us, establish these programs and projects and get funding. And and then we should always be grateful that we have him around, and he's pretty good in his advice planning, and I think that most of his ideas are very effective, but we need the people's support to actually carry out this plan.
Well, thank you,
So,
Mr. Chun. I appreciate that. It's been a really privilege to know you and all the people that I've worked with. I love the village life, I love the system you have, and I think my personal belief is that the Maya of Toledo will show this country and maybe the whole world something that we've lost, because there was a time in the world when people still worked together and helped each other, and we got away from it, and we see what kind of world we have. But one of the criticisms, Mr. Ak was saying that when these programs fail, they always have something to say about the local people. One of the things they say that I really like is, they say, oh, these people, you know, they don't work, this, that, and he said, they're resistant to change, they're resistant to change, and I always say, yeah, good for you guys, you're resistant to those kind of changes because you know something better, you know a better way, and so thank God you resisted all that change they tried to make you do, and let's hope that we will be able to show everybody how we can all work together and have a better world. All right, thank you
All right,
guys.
thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jason.
No, you're welcome.
Well, I guess that's it.